Hello again, man. Nuggets of wisdom coming at you again. Continue our Nuggets of Wisdom series. My title today is Rebuilding Your Dreams. Rebuilding Your Dreams. Let's talk about it. While please like, share, hit the notification bell for new content. Please hit the subscription button, smash that subscription button, help a brother out. We need to get to 300 subscribers. We're there, we're close, and you guys can help me out to do that. God bless you. Rebuilding your dreams. I'm finding out in my life that anybody can talk about dreams, but rebuilding it takes a whole different approach. It's a whole different animal. It takes a lot, especially it's been a dream that has been pending for a while. It's been a dream that's been on your heart for so long. It's been a dream that every time you think about it, it hurts you. Every time you think about it, it doesn't make you happy. So for that reason, rebuilding a dream, I hear a lot of folks talk about how they make it. And no disrespect to other content creators that talk about what they made and how they make it. But I'm so caught up in how do I get there? What is the process behind this? Because I'm not so much interested in all the fancy words. What kind of emotion was behind you getting there? What's your in between? What are the things you had to do? Because today, there's a lot of, there's a lot of people that talk about what they have done, what they are doing, and what they have experienced. But I want to get to the nitty gritty. I want to get down and dirty. I want to go into the depth of how you can rebuild your dreams. This is not fun. This is not something you just do just because the sake of, just because I want to spool some knowledge out there. I'm not interested in getting anybody excited. I'm interested in see how we can get to the bottom of this thing that we call life. How do we move from one place to other? How do we navigate our emotions? That's why today I'm going to actually use the backdrop from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2. And I'm going to read some few verses, right? And I'll skip some things, and I'll give you a background of the story if you're not familiar with Nehemiah. Basically, let me give you a quick synopsis, then we go right into it. Nehemiah was like a butler to the king. He is a butler, a special servant, and during that time he was in exile, and the gates of Jerusalem have been burnt down, and he wanted to see what he can do to rebuild it. So let's get into the story. Verse 3. And he said unto the king, let the king live forever. Let me start from verse 2. Wherefore the king said unto her, why is thy countenance sad, seeing that you are not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore and afraid, and said unto the king, let the king live forever. Why should not my countenance be sad, when the city, the place of my fathers' sepulchres, lieth in waste, and the gates thereof are consumed with fire? I'm going to go to verse 7 very quickly. Moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king, let us be given me to the governors beyond the river. They may convey me over till I come into Judah. Verse 18. I'm going to go to that very quickly because I don't want to waste your time on that. Then I told them of the hand of my God, which was good. Then I told them of the hand of my God, which was good upon me, as all the king's words that he had spoken unto me. And they said, let us rise up and build, so they may strengthen their hands for the good work. So basically, to cut a long story short, what happened here now, Nehemiah was a butler to the king. The butler in most of these high-end people are more like family to these guys, those big guys. They trust them with everything in their household. His master, his boss, the king, asked him, you always serve me joyfully. You always have good countenance. What's going on with you, Nehemiah? So Nehemiah now said what he was going through. He simply said to him and said, I have something that's been bothering me. Something to do with my inheritance. The city I come from is burnt down. The walls that I respect, the walls of Jerusalem, which is significant for people who are Jewish and also Christians, in one of the city of which is initially called the city of the Lord, it has been burnt down. I want to rebuild those walls. So that's what the king said. Then the king asked him, what would you need? So that's how I'm going to go into how do you rebuild your dreams? What are the processes of you building your dream? There's not a one-size-fits-all approach, but at the same time, there's some little nuggets that I want to drop this evening just to explain to you guys that how you can move from rebuilding to actually building those dreams. So let's go to verse 19. But when Sanballat and Horai and Tobiah, the son of the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian, heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us and said, what is this that they want to rebel against the king? I'm going to stop there. The whole story is rebuilding your dreams. And for you to rebuild your dreams is a different emotion. It's a different way of looking at things. And a lot of folk can talk as much as they want. They can tell you, I'm going to do blah, 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 and actually not carry it out. Not just because they don't want to do it, just because the weight of it is so much. So how do I rebuild my dream? Number one, you have to be obsessive. There has to be an obsession that you cannot shake. There are things that bother me personally that I cannot shake. Even if I want to feel tired about it, I know in my knower something has to shift. Something has to give. So the number one thing you do is you get obsessive with your dream. And you get obsessed with it, and what you're obsessed about will show on your countenance, will show in how you move. So the next point that you need to do, in most cases when you show your countenance, I believe I've said this before, when I feel something, for some reason, the help that I need will show up, right? The help that I need, you hear the saying that when the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When you have the need, the helper will show up. The helper in this case was the king. So he asked him, make your requests. What do you need? So for you business people, if you find somebody who's wealthy today that wants to invest in your business, do you have an elevation pitch for those 2 to 3 minutes of what you're going to need? So he requested in verse 18, 19. Because during those days, the king's seal was like a visa to go for the cities, so nobody would stop them. So once they see that seal, they will let Nehemiah pass through. So make your request known and make it quick. Know what you want. if this falls into my lap today, do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or what I need to get to the next level? That's number 2. You also have to be ready. Number 3, you have to be ready for cynics. If you look at verse 18 here, but when Sanballat, verse 19, but when Sanballat and the Horonite and Tobiah, the Syrians, the Ammonites, and Geshem, they laughed us to scorn. Have you seen people laugh you to scorn? Now, how are you going to rebuild this dream? Part of your dream, part of the equation of building your dream, that cynics are going to show up. I don't like using the word hater, but let's use it that way. Haters are going to show up. So these are the things you need to be ready for. Number 1, you got to be obsessive. Number 2, you have to make your requests known. Number 3, as part of the equation, these things are going to show up and laugh you to scorn. But that's not to say that your dream cannot be rebuilt. I and seldom don't care about people's accolades. I said this 1,000 times. I cannot play basketball to save my life, but I sure like Kobe's mentality. So I want to see what is in his mind. The difference between Kobe and most people, and I go back and I don't want to go back and repeating myself, was the obsession of what he had about the game. It wasn't me that was not other people who were better. He was more obsessed about it. And once obsession sets you apart, it sets the man from the boys, man. Obsession puts you in a different level. I said so. One second, guys. Obsession puts you in a different level. Obsession will put you in a place that you cannot realize. So my brothers and my sisters, make your requests. Things will show up. Things are going to happen. It's all again nuggets of wisdom, rebuilding your dream. I'm out.